Welcome to Vibe Code Context. Let's get into it. So today we're going to be going from an idea to launch in 7 days of a micro SaaS speedrun. Now, this launch is actually going to be a template on GitHub for you to start with. So ideally, the idea that we're going to go after is directory sites. So one thing that I've noticed, there's a trend in creating directory sites to make money. I have a few myself, but I had previously used the platform, Unicorn platform, and it's good. But I don't really want to pay ongoing costs for something that I am just trying out. And why not host on Vercel and use the same technique that Unicorn platform uses as a spreadsheet in Google Drive that has an open link, and it formats it as a CSV, and then you just pull that into your site. So I've already been playing with that, so I'll show you an example. So if we go into Warp and we run npm run dev on this project, you can see that this is a directory site that I've been working on, bestaiwearables.com. And it just pulls directly from a spreadsheet in Google. So it just pulls directly from here. And I have a make automation set up to a different directory, but could be easily set up to point to here, that just takes in the URL of a website product and populates one of these rows, which then populates the site. So the deliverable that I'm going to be delivering after these 7 days to you is going to be a directory builder niche Next.js template and a make automation with extension plugin. So for example, if you visit, let's just try Limitless AI, and this is our make automation. So if we go in, and this is our AI recording devices one, which is hooked up to the Chrome extension. So if we go to Limitless and then we click on, so we're on Limitless, which is a product, an AI recording device product. So we found one. We click on our extension. You click send to AI recording devices. It sends, which then triggers this webhook, which is triggering a fire crawl. So now our make automation is scraping this website, and eventually it's going to populate down here. Okay, so the automation has finished. And we can see that it's shown down here. There are some things that aren't perfect, but you just go in and fix that data, like this URL, for example. But then in our local site, which is the template I'm discussing, if we go load more devices, I refresh the page. Okay, every 5 minutes it comes through. So in 5 minutes, we'd have a new device in here. Now, if we go to our terminal, fetching CSV data, so we could actually simulate that, check. And this I built in maybe half an hour, so we can have a much more seamless system for you at the end of the 7 days. Now we go here and Limitless is in. So that's how easy we can populate the site with those 3 systems. The nice thing about this system and what we're going to build and what you're going to learn is that you can host it on Next.js completely for free. You're not paying server fees. You have to get your domain. There may be some Supabase free tier that we can take advantage of as well for our database. Let's see here. So Supabase, but our goal here is to keep this all within the free tier, and we're going to call this day one of Killa SaaS for directory site niches. All right. So our first step here. So for step one, I'm going to provide all this documentation and prompts for you to build it yourself along with the template. So you could recreate what I created for a different SaaS type. So you don't necessarily have to do directory site niche, but I want to leave it open so someone can build off that really quickly. So step one is we're going to create a Next.js site. So let's do that, and we'll come through and fill out these steps as we go. So I'm going to close some stuff. So we're going to call this project. We'll first run our command. Even before that, we will use latest node that I have in my system, and then we'll run npx create next-at-latest. It's going to ask us for our name. We're going to call this directory. You know what, for fun, let's just pull up name grab, cd name grab. What I want to do here, this is another project I'm working on, but I just want to help generate some names. So I'm working on a project for directory sites, SaaS, software as a service, that takes in spreadsheet data from a CSV and generates directory listings. This is going to be a template for developers to build out quickly. It may be turned into a full-blown SaaS eventually.
All set and ready for your next step.
That's the idea. Okay. Look for anything for I'm working on a project for directory sites. I don't know why I pulled up Comet there. So this is going to do a combination of things. It finds TLDs that match your idea based on synonyms to that TLD. So dot directory, then it's going to find business names. Eventually this is going to have a full-blown domain monitoring system, spread to list, CSV to directory, CSV builder. Don't really like any of these. Genie.directory, list-o-matic.directory, spread to list.directory, directory Genie. Okay, so the cheapest directories are with Spaceship, 244 with this promo code. So let's do a search, let's do a, how about template.directory, register, SaaS.directory, build directory, builder.directory, buildly.directory is available. Buildly.directory, kind of like buildquick.directory. Yeah, so we're gonna get this. Okay, so we got that for $3.86 Canadian. So far that's our only investment. Build quick directory. We'll take all the defaults. Created build quick.directory. We'll cd into build quick. We'll also mention here that we're going to be using Claude Code, Super Whispers / Whisper Flow. I use them both. Warp for terminal. Alright, so, and NVM for node. And we'll add that link because that's an important one to have to get this stuff started. The rest can be found pretty easily. Alright, we're going to fire up Claude. You know what? We're going to do this in cursor with Claude. I'm going to fire up cursor, and we're going to hit Control tilde, that little squiggly line. Looks like this. So Control that to open terminal quickly. Alright, so we've got our project, and so one of the first things we're going to have to do is set up our CSV or our spreadsheet. I'm going to take one of our current ones and I'm going to make a copy, and we're going to call this directory quick, build quick dash directory template. In my drive, then I can go in and delete all these entries. And what we're actually going to do, I'm going to make these white. It's a minor thing, but so let's make sure that we have anything that we need. These all look fine. You can add and remove fields as well. So the first thing we're going to go do here is go up to File, and I'll share this template as well, but everything will be in the GitHub. File share, publish on the web, dashboard and directory, which is the sheet. We want it as a CSV. Publish. Okay. Grab this URL. It's interesting that it, and then we will go here, and first let's actually add it to our Obsidian, so we have it tracked. And then we're going to go into our directory, and the first thing we want to vibe code, or the first thing we want to display is going to be an entry from it. So let's put a entry in it for now. Title can really be anything. Let's say we're doing a directory. So right now this is a product focused directory. So we're going to do product focus, but you can change these to be anything you want. Now that I think about it, what we should do is make this be malleable. What we're going to do is have templates for products, templates for services, templates for, let's see, so if we ask ChatGPT, what are some different types of directory sites you can build? So we'll have some templates for local business directory, products and services, classified and listings, community and social, niche and creative. So we'll have to have it be so that whatever inputs come in your template are what gets mapped. And we should have it so that there's some that are always there. So title, URL, and page will be always there. Text will always be there, category, rank, all of these ones, image URL, logo URL. Images we'll have to decide on, because that could be an array, but then you have to figure out how to populate that with a scraper. Submission date, unique ID, link type. Okay. So, what we're going to do here is go back in and we'll do something really simple. We'll first say title, if we're going with our types here. We're going to open up ChatGPT and go to our chat that we just had. And we're going to say local business directory. That seems to be trending, so let's actually look for one. This is a way I'd recommend looking. Google Add Keyword Planner. Start now. Alright, we're in. So one thing we could try searching. Well, let's try this one. 3D printers near me. There used to be a site that would like share. Okay, my keyword planner, I have to like do something with my account, so we're going to use this for now. I have an account. Okay, so let's try 3D printers near me. Okay, so the trend is up. 3D 3D printing near me. Cheapest 3D printing services near me. 3D printers near me. And then if we just search this on Google, 3D printers near me. So we get some areas which are good, and then we could provide a more effective directory site. Okay. So let's go and start pulling some of these. So let's start with Starforge 3D. Let's pull their site. And this will be manual at first, but eventually we would scrape it. Star-Forge title. Starforge 3D printing. That's all we really need for now. So now we're going to go in and say Claude we need to bring in some agents. I'm just going to bring in this whole .claude folder, which has my agents in it. Then I'm also going to bring in my env and my .env. Okay, so I got my mcp.json and .env in there. Now in here we have our Curo agents, our meta agent to make other ones as we go. Some other hooks and such and commands. But the main thing I want to focus on, so I have to restart Claude because to pick up the agents. So now we're going to go at Curo requirement, and here we're going to paste in our spreadsheet link, and we're going to say, I would like you to output the spreadsheet onto the home page as a listing. So each row in the spreadsheet is a new item in a listing. And then when you click on it, it takes you to a single page with each cell in that row as information in a card. And that information will be in the spreadsheet. However, I want the spreadsheet to be interchangeable with different headers other than some default ones that are always there. But if the header changes in the spreadsheet, the card should adapt. But the listings should always be based off of the default ones, which I will list. So I'm going to list those default ones, which are going to be title, defaults are title, URL, page, text, image URL, page, text, image URL, logo URL, logo URL, images, which we'll say is a comma separated list, and submission date, sub, and let's change this to submission date just so it's easier to grok. Submission date, change this to unique ID, and this link type, I don't really know right now what we'd use it for, so we'll just leave it. So let's put in an image URL. Often we will be pulling right from the site because it scrapes, and we'll have to figure out a way how to download images in case they get blocked. But for now we can go copy image address, image URL. It's gonna be, sometimes these are gonna be the same, image and logo. Sometimes they're gonna be different. Images we'll leave blank for now. Submission date, we have to figure out a proper format. There's probably a date format in here. Insert slash, I'm just gonna look it up. Proper format for dates in Google Sheets. Month, day, year. That sounds fine. I kind of like the dash system better though. So year, month, date. So I'm going to say 2025 dash 08 dash 17, 08 dash 17, unique ID. We'll just start out with an integer, so we'll go 0 dash 1. That's good for now. I guess we could also say hide should also be an option. We're going to say hide which is a checkbox boolean in the sheet, and these other ones we'll leave, but we're gonna say make sure to check the type of the column so that for any additional ones that are not listed, you map them correctly. So far we're saying I would like you to output the spreadsheet onto a home page as a listing, where each row in the spreadsheet is a new item in a listing. When you click on it, it takes you to a single page with each cell in that row as information in a card. That information will be in the spreadsheet however I want the spreadsheet. Okay, so all this is making sense to me so far. I'm going to get Kiro to start crafting a requirements document for that. We're drizzling. So like I had said, the second time around doing this, we would have the template that I'm going to provide. So you wouldn't have to do all this coding, but it's good to see how it's built. And then you can build off of it and change it and do whatever you want with the template. And the template's going to be a make automation with a Chrome extension plugin with a
Mohammed, your agent needs your input.
Next.js project, and some prompts, all wrapped up in a GitHub link. So we have our requirements document. This feature enables the application to fetch, display, and navigate data from Google Sheets CSV export. The system provides a two-tier interface, a homepage listing view showing key information from each row, and detailed individual pages displaying complete row data in a card format. This feature supports both predefined essential columns and dynamic additional columns with built-in filtering to hide marked items and intelligent data mapping for optimal display. So generally I just read the introduction, and if it looks good, then most likely the rest of it will be fine, but let's read through. Requirements 1. As a user, I want to view a listing of all visible items from the Google Sheet data on the home page so that I can browse and select items of interest. When the home page loads, then the system shall fetch data from the Google Sheet. That's good. When the data is successfully fetched, then the system shall display each row as a clickable item in a listing format. When an item... So that's good. I'm going to have it do that. Eventually I'm going to have it cache it all. But I just want to have it do it first. And then we'll do the caching next with Redis or something, just so that it's not calling the spreadsheet every single time. Do you want to make this edit to requirements? Yes. These next parts will be pretty simple. Alright, so now it's telling me it did that. Requirements document wants to do the design phase. We're going to say go ahead. It's going to use the Kiro design phase agent. Now it's entering into the Kiro design phase. I'll let that percolate. While that's going, we can start thinking about making some designs for just the home page. We can go into Mid-Journey and log in, create. So we can say what I'd actually like to do is search for directory logo. Sometimes just like the default searches will give you a lot of help. So don't mind this one. Don't mind that. I like the idea of a ship. So ship and a compass logo maybe. A ship and a compass logo, SVG, flat, vector, neumorphic as well, in the style of Bauhaus, for a directory site, website builder. So we'll just see what that gives us by default while we wait for Kiro Design to keep doing its thing. I don't mind some of these already. I kind of wanted a little more abstract. I like this one. So let's say image prompt. And let's go with... I have some abstract colors in here that I like quite a bit. They're just a little further back. Here they are. Oh, but those are animated versions of it. Here's the colors. So, I like this style reference. And then going back using the same prompt, get a little different colors in there, see what it comes up with. Yeah, this is a little more abstract. I don't mind it. This one I kind of like. Almost animate this one. It could be like a full featured thing. Yeah, let's just download this. I wonder if I can just copy and bring it into Figma. Let's go frame, MacBook Pro 14, paste. Just getting a feel for what this could be like.
Your agent needs your input.
Okay, the Kiro Design. So it's asking me some questions. Wants me to look at this. Technical specs. Let's see. Yes, pop-up parse, sure. React error boundaries, sure. Type interfaces, looks fine. Yes. Boolean fields, data mappings, data validation, Google spreadsheet. We'll have to make that dynamic eventually. So I'm going to write that down. I'm just going to say in our original doc here, we want dynamic spread sheet URL. And the other thing we wanted was caching. So that's covered. Dynamic growth strategy, URL generation strategy. That's fine with me. Where does it from the title? So if it's pulling from the title, do we even need this page? Let's see, is page listed anywhere? Page or item dot page? No. So I think we can eventually get rid of this page and it'll just generate the slug from the title. So we'll consider deleting page column if not needed. We'll come back to that. Client-side interactions. This is all looking good to me. We'll make this edit. We'll go back here. We have now got this animated version. This one
Subagent complete.
looks the best. It says the subagent is complete. It's not quite okay.
All set and ready for the next step.
Yes, we want to go ahead with the implementation plan. Kiro planner is going to run now. So let's copy, download as GIF, just for the Figma to see. This is more just for fun. I mean, okay, I know, yeah, Figma won't run the animation from that view. So it's not really that helpful right now. Let's see, so build quick dot directory, build quick dot directory, and let's say 64. This is sort of fun font.
Mohammed, your agent needs your input.
I don't mind this one, actually. I know it's kind of, it's a little different, but I do like playing around with things that are not exactly conventional. Agent, Carol plan. Install and configure required dependencies. Create core data type interfaces. I'm sure this is all fine. So this is some real vibe coding here. Okay, maybe I'll read it a little bit more. Add item filtering, retrieval, write unit tests. I guess we could have unit tests. That's fine. Create integration tests. Yeah, that's fine. Build core UI components. Build item details. Make component tests. Implement homepage. Build item listing. Implement dynamic details. Build complete detail. Add dynamic column support. Implement performance. Add search filter. Write integration tests end to end. So I don't think we need the playwright test right now. So I'm just going to say no tests right now because I don't think we need them at this point. Or the playwright ones. I'm going to say these ones. Because the other tests were saying, let's see, component test, that's fine. Verifies rendering and write test, mock network requests, that's fine. It's just the playwright ones I don't think we really need right now. So I'm going to say we don't need these tests. We'll let it reconfigure. While that's running, kind of want to make the home page, and I like to use V0 often, but I just like to make a bit of a Figma first and then go from there. So on the home page, build quick.directory, we're going to say we want to all design tools, first draft, and we're going to say, let's have a basic site. We would like
your agent needs your input.
Site wireframe. Directory site called buildquick.directory, where it's a directory site template builder where users can work from a template, a Next.js template, to quickly build out directories that integrates with Google Sheets, a make.com animation, and a Chrome extension. And Next.js. Okay, we'll see what this generates. I haven't really used Figma, that part of it. Okay. It's not so bad, actually. It's not the worst. I'm going to start bringing in my stuff. So place. And that's the size it's recommending, So I'm going to put that here. Delete that, delete that. group that. Oh, I'm going to rasterize it for now. Oh, I'll rasterize this one. Flatten. And then build quick.directory. Do the same over here. Grab this group. Paste that. Kind of get rid of this one. Build quick. Get rid of this. Remove this background, I guess. With this tool. Remove background. Let's zoom out a bit. Build quick.directory, templates, integration, pricing, contact. See, a lot of this content I didn't get right. So, well, we don't need this arrow drop down. I don't need this menu item. Yeah, there could be pricing eventually. Right now it's going to be free. Download app. You know what, let's check in on the agent, because make this task, yes. Because this was just more for time killer. Login, delete.
Subagent complete.
Okay. I'm coming. This is just to get a form, and then we'll let V0 kind of take over.
All set and ready for the next step.
That was a little over the top. Okay, would you like it to start building, executing? Yes, please. Execute. So now it'll use Curo's execution agent. I'm going to make this one. Give this more room. More like that, and then I can make this bigger. Fit within it. And we're gonna make this color. I'm not sure which one is controlling that color there.
Your agent needs your input.
And give it a little bit of an effect of noise and noise size, color, density, yeah, okay, it says agent needs input. Do you want me to make this edit to spreadsheet.ts? Yes. I have to turn on so it just does everything. These social icons are fine. Home feature support. Feature support, build quick.directory. We want this button to be white, I suppose, and get started, trusted by. We don't really have that section, so I'm just going to delete this section. Yeah, Okay. Liking it so far. So let's export it.
Your agent needs your input.
PNG, desktop. Agent is saying, do you want me to create the CSV parser? Yes. Yes. And let's go to V0. Let's add this. Oh, I guess we could have added right from Figma, eh? Let's sign in first. Allow access. Add from Figma. Figma URL. Share. Copy link. I think it's this link.
Mohammed, your agent needs your input.
Not sure if that's the right link. Okay. So under 982 pixels in height. How many pixels in height is this? Probably way over that. 2348. So we can break it up. That's what I would do. So we are going to it's kind of, well, we'll just see. Confirm. Then I want to go to Dribble and find some inspiration. Let's say template builder. So as far as what stands out to me, we'll log in here. Continue as. Stands out to me is this one. I don't mind this. I'd like to build a site for a directory builder that generates templates, or that uses that is selling a template to create directory sites quickly with a make.com automation, a Chrome extension, and an open source code template on GitHub with Next.js, and use the untitled.png as the content in the wireframe, and the image.png as the design inspiration. Okay, I think that's good enough. We'll see how that turns out. Check in with our agent. Yeah, it's asking for every single file. I just edited that. I wonder if the last one I did the same thing. What was the last file? It was CSV parser, which was under source utils, source. No, I didn't. Okay, good. I don't think I did. So that's cooking. This is cooking. And as far as like days, we're gonna do this like hour or an hour and a bit per video for a day. So that'll be the 7 days. It won't exactly be like 7 days straight of 8-hour work or like 7-hour sprint. But it'll be cut up into like some of the stuff running at the same time, so or running in the background while I pause. Error boundaries, sure. Build powerful directories for a fraction of the time. I don't mind some of this. I hate some of it. In a fraction of the time. For a fraction of the time. That's funny. We're gonna make this look better. I did watch this thing recently about using Playwright for the design, so I'm gonna try and implement that. We are going to grab this eventually, but we'll come back to it after this is done. So there's two things that I haven't done here. One is I haven't run /init to create a Claude.md file, but since I've done some work, it may actually be better because then it's more tailored to what we're doing, so we'll let that run. Essentially, the Claude.md is going to be our source of truth of how the project is, how it runs, and then we can also add logs to it as we go. So actually, in our Curo executor, we ask it to think, do I do a change log anywhere? Change log. No, okay. So we can ask our Curo agent your core responsibilities, write changes to Claude.md file in format let's ask ChatGPT this. So let's so actually just ask Claude. Okay, so I have option space map to Claude and to ChatGPT 5, so I can switch between them. So we're going to say I wasn't typing. I want to write to my Claude.
Muhammad, your agent needs your input.
Claude.md file in a format that passes in a timestamp and the task completed with a pointer to the get log, so Claude can always look up the exact diff. How should I word it in this sub-agent? I'm going to copy that because I think I'll lose it. Yeah. Oh. Interesting. We'll ask ChatGPT. Go away, Claude. We'll grab this. Okay, that's going away. Let this write. This gives me back after completing each step inside your Curo agent. Okay. We want here, after completing each implementation task, append an entry to Claude.md in the following format. Commit hash. I'm going to do that for each Curo. Actually, executor is all I really need it for. And work completion summary. Yeah, this is just an audio one.
Job complete.
Yeah, this fires because of that. Okay. Now can you tell me where we left off in our tasks? I should have it check these off. I'm going to add that as another thing. Also check off with X when tasks have been completed in the specific docs/spec/feature/task.md file you are referencing. That's not spelled right. Dictionary. Okay. I guess Google is much faster That's ridiculous. Thought I would get things. Okay, that's spelled right. Like that. Not that it matters so much, but. Okay. We want to see where it left off. But these two things I've implemented will make that way easier to tell in the future. I just want to see something with the sub-agents docs. So, what I'm looking for is I want to know when firing them, if I can just fire multiple agents in the same Claude while other things are running. So, multiple agents. The core infrastructure is complete. Okay, so we're going to go okay, so we're on phase 3, task 6. Ask Kira to go from there, so Kiro requirement, no, at Kiro executor, can you continue from phase 3? I think we left off to do task 6. Can you verify and continue from there? Shall. Why this search term is not working? I think Anthropic is having bit of problems right now. I don't think it's my internet, but fast.com. Could be, actually. Okay, I just paired to my phone for now. There's something wrong with my internet. Who knows, maybe they throttle me at night because it's like 4:18 a.m. and maybe they just do that because they expect me not to be using it. Multiple agents. Can chain. Parallel tool use. Can call multiple tools. Is it possible to run multiple agents at the same time? Like fire went off, have it run, and then in the same chat context, fire went off again? Or should I open a new tab and open Claude again? I think you can just do it, but I want to just see, because it might tell me things that I didn't even know. This is still thinking. It's probably because it's trying to figure out where it left off. That's why it's important for us to get these timestamps and mark off tasks. Okay, so based on available documentation, parallel tool use, concurrent agent execution with Claude Code SDK. We're not doing that. Let's just ask. Where's my original question? Oh. Let's ask that to the wider deep research on that, because I feel like people are doing that. There might be a reference video or something. That's still going. I think we left off trying to do some creative stuff as well. Yeah, I don't need most. I need like an actual answer. Let's see. Let's just try and do it. So, at meta agent, we need to build an agent that well, I just thought, why don't I just check GitHub, see what people are doing with it. So this guy's got a collection of agents, backend architect, front-end developer, UI UX, mobile developer, GraphQL architect, architect reviewer, Python, quality and security, mermaid expert. SEO stuff is interesting, actually. Okay, what about this one? Okay, framework specialist. Universal core team. Let's just see what's happening on the tube while we're at it.
Do your thing. You want to be able to go, okay, and have your agents work for you in the background, right? By tapping into some of these Claude Code hooks, that is a capability that we get. And you'll notice something awesome here. We now have another file, right? We have sub agent stop. This is another Claude Code hook that you can tap into whenever you need. And so in a moment here, we're going to look at how this is all organized. As you can see here, my .claude directory is equipped with an extra hooks.
Okay. Specialized subagents. Everyone seems to be doing this pattern. Sequential thinking. Let's check in on. Okay, so it's starting to execute. I want to see if it's starting to check things off yet. Not yet. Let's continue in phase 3. Phase 3. Which one on phase 3? Update to do is create URL generation and routing helpers for item navigation. Phase 3. I don't even see that in phase 3. Create URL. Create URL. Interesting. Maybe it just words it differently. Phase 3. URL executor. I'm guessing because I made the change in the agent, I had to stop and start Claude to get it to pick up the change. But it really shouldn't. Oh, you never know though. Because I don't think... Oh, but that's at the end, I think. After completing. No, that's after completing each implementation task. Well, after this phase, I suppose. I don't want to do it while it's writing. I don't want to pause it. 27 tools, that's quite a bit. Sub-agent format. AI Builder Club. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it says it's done. It says it has 5-minute cache revalidation. I never read that part, so I guess Next.js built-in cache. But it says it's completed all phases, so we can run. Okay, we already have it running. We can go to project here. Okay, maybe it needs to be restarted, or there's an error. Not sure which at this point. Invalid source prop. Oh, yeah, this is a common error. So this just literally means in this next config we need configuration for our image URL that we stole from their site, basically, because Next uses a CDN for the images. So, oh yeah, we can do any host name. I like that. Refresh. Okay.
All set and ready for your next step. So
here's our listing without an image for some reason. Here's our details with an image. Back to all items. That's pulling from the CSV. This is perfect. This is a good start. We're going to drop it here. We'll pick up the second video hopefully tomorrow. Tuesday the 19th or the next day. And I might have videos in between on other things if I don't get this one out, the follow-up video. Okay, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah barakatuh to all my brothers and sisters, and peace out to anyone watching.